everyone. My name is Crystal Small, and I am really excited to introduce you to a benefit solution that provides real value at zero net cost to both employers and employees. It also has an additional benefit of delivering an average of $400 to $500 in FICA tax savings per employee per year. So obviously, that can add up very quickly for a company. And we know life is expensive and employees are looking to save every single dollar that we can. We also know that benefits are incredibly expensive and also incredibly important when people are looking at who they're going to work for and if they're going to stay, right? So we're looking to attract the best employees and we're looking to retain the best employees as well. So by eliminating copays and deductibles, as well as some out-of-pocket costs, our program really makes it easier for people to get the care that they need. We're taking away the barriers of getting the health care and getting the services that we want, missing work, not knowing how much it's going to cost. We're really taking all of those barriers away with this program. So this program, I want to make sure everybody understands, is not a replacement for your current benefits. It's an enhancement. It's like the glove on the hand of the benefits that you already have in place. And we are not a major medical, so we certainly do not want anybody to opt out of major medical if they already have it. If you're looking to add major medical, we do have some options there that are a little bit non-traditional, therefore a little bit less cost, which is exciting. So you can always ask me about that. I will talk about that another time. But for here, we really offer minimum essential coverage stuff. So I'm going to go through all of the specific benefits with you. But I'm really just excited to share this option. It is something that I know my family would have saved a ton of money in the last couple of years if we had it in place. I think that a lot of people avoid going to the doctor and having things done because they don't want to leave work and they don't know how much it's going to cost them. So if we can take those barriers out, it's just going to be a much happier, healthier workplace. So let me share my screen. Now, this benefit is for businesses with 10 or more employees, okay? So as I'm opening this, this is actually what we send the employee. A little sneak peek here. And it is our member education guide. So I'm just going to go through all of the benefits. So the first thing I want to say is that everybody gets an app. So we send you an individual email with your app login. There's a couple of steps, obviously, to get this going and onboarding, but it is very simple. And I like to tell people that I take all of the brunt of the work. We have a payroll eligibility call to see who is eligible of your employees and how much money your business is going to save. We also then onboard your employees for you. And then it's a one-time payroll call that just simply sets everything up for the months going forward. Then it turns into just a once a month check-in just to see if you've had any employees leave or if you've had any new employees come on that you want to offer the services to. So the employees get an app that is very user-friendly. They also get their own ID card. So whenever they're utilizing our services, they're going to utilize our card. It is not a use this with your major medical. It is an either or. So that's good to know. One of the things we offer is all preventive care. So your yearly doctor's appointment, your yearly mammogram, your yearly colonoscopy, your yearly prostate check, your yearly cancer screen, all of those things, that yearly preventive care appointment, we will cover 100%. If somebody doesn't have insurance, I can guarantee they're probably not keeping up with that every year. So this is an opportunity for them to get seen. There are a lot of healthcare products out there where the major medical has a huge deductible, right? So if somebody has to pay $5,000, $10,000 before they even get to use their major medical, then they're probably not going to choose to go to those preventive yearly appointments. So if they have this in place, that's a really nice option. They can utilize us and get seen for that screening. The other thing we have is virtual primary care. So there's a lot of barriers to getting to your primary care doctor. Sometimes you may not like them. Let's be real, that happens. Sometimes they might be out on maternity leave, or there might be a very long wait. Personally, I hadn't seen my primary care in a few years, and I figured I probably should go. They're going to kick me out of the office. Well, it was a 9-month wait to get in to see my primary care just for a yearly checkup. So, when that happens, people just opt out, right? So our goal is to have people opt in. So if there's a primary care need, we have a virtual primary care. These products are for the entire family as well. That's really important to note. It is for the employee, their spouse, and children up to age 26. Okay. Then we have virtual urgent care. We all know what in-person urgent care is. We do offer that as well. But for the virtual urgent care, we've, in my family, again, have used this multiple times. My husband has Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's extremely easy. I can make an appointment when I'm getting ready in the morning, and it doesn't impact my day. I don't have to call out sick. I can just do what I need to do. But it's a $75 copay whenever I use it through my husband's insurance. So an example, my son had strep. We went to the doctor and they cultured him and we knew he had it. And then my husband and I started getting sore throats. We each did a virtual care appointment. It took 15 minutes. They were able to say, yep, looks like you have strep. Here's your prescription. Off you go. $75 copay for each of us. So that was very convenient, but it cost us $150. If we had had this in place, that would have been zero cost. Okay. So it's very it's something that a lot of people do not utilize because they don't want to pay the copay or they don't want to take time off of work. We're taking the barriers out of that. Then we have telecounseling. This is an incredible program, again, for you and your entire family, your spouse and your children up to the age of 25. Zero cost, zero copay. You get to do the counseling at a time that works for you in a comfortable environment. And you can do things like stress management, anxiety and depression, relationships issues, grief and loss. This telecounseling is not meant to be a forever thing, but it is unlimited care for your whole family for short periods of time. You may need somebody to talk to for a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. So this is a really incredible benefit that people can utilize. Then we have the in-person urgent care. This is the only thing that is just for the employee and their spouse, and there is a limit on this one to 3 a year at $150 a visit. Most people do not go to urgent care 3 times a year, and most urgent care visits are under $150. So that is not usually a problem. Some people say, well, can I go to this specific urgent care? I really love this one over here. When you call our concierge, you're going to do an intake with them. You're going to let them know what's going on, what you need urgent care for. They're going to take all your information and they're going to find you the closest place that works. If you have an urgent care that you really love, you can let them know, I'd really like to go to XYZ on Main Street, right? And they will call and see if they can either get you in, if they can set up a contract, if there isn't one already, and they will take care of paying the bill, and also doing all the intakes, so that the goal is for you to just go walk in and get treated, not have to fill out all the information and wait in the waiting room. They'll already be waiting for you. So that's really a great service. Then we have generic medications. We have over 2,400 generic medications that are covered at 100%. So in that example of the strep, my family of 5, we all needed amoxicillin or penicillin or whatever it was at $12 a whack, right? $12 isn't much, but when you're doing it 5 times, there's $60 that we would have saved. We also would have saved that $150, right? So you're talking about a $210 savings for my family alone in that one situation. A lot of people are on generic medications. If it's not a generic medication, we are still going to be significantly cheaper than most everything else. A lot of people know GoodRx. We beat GoodRx every time in our rates. If you do mail away medications, you can also do that. So this piece right here, oftentimes our employees are saving money right off the bat in the first month. They might be paying, 10, 20, 50, 30, $60 in medications every month that they can start getting for free, which is really exciting. The other thing we have is labs. So we have a exclusive relationship with Quest Select Labs. There's over 1,200 labs. Um, I'm sorry, there's more than 1,200. They're all over the country. But we have access to approximately 1,200 labs for zero copay. So if you have an order from your doctor, your medical assistant, your physician's assistant, and you go to a Quest Select lab, then your lab will be free. Another example of my family, my husband and I wanted to get our son titered, so we got an order from our doctor, brought it to the cheapest lab because there's different price labs in my town, and we still got a bill for $520 because Blue Cross Blue Shield did not deem that lab as necessary, even though our doctor ordered it. So if we had had this benefit, that $520 lab would have been zero for us. Now, when you're looking at all of these things, you're looking at labs and medications alone, that's 50% of the claims in the United States. Okay, so if we can take the claims away of your major medical for labs, for medications, for urgent care, for preventive care, for telehealth medicine, if we can take all of those claims off of your major medical, statistically, we are able to lower people's premiums between 5 and 7% a year. Now, we know that people's major medical premiums sometimes are going up between 30 and 40%. But if we can start to take the utilization off of your major medical and put it onto our program, you're going to save money year after year after year as well in your overall premiums. And we know that companies cannot afford to take on all of that. So that's being passed on to the employee, right? And so every year the conversation is not your benefits stay the same, but most likely the conversation is, I'm sorry, but your benefit, your major medical is going up X amount of dollars, right? So we're hoping to help with that as well. Then we have something called the hospital bill eraser. So again, we are not major medical. We don't cover hospital stays, surgeries, emergency room visits, any kind of inpatient care or physical or occupational therapy outpatient. We don't cover that. But what we can do is when you do have that happen, you can submit your bill to us and we will look at it top to bottom. We'll look at the ICD-9 codes. We'll see if they charged you $500 for Tylenol. We'll look and make sure that what actually happened was what they actually billed for. And if we are able to help you, we will fight that bill for you and get you some money back. Now, if you have met your deductible or partially met your deductible because of that hospital stay, that deductible will stay met for the year, even if you get your bill reduced or money back. So that's exciting as well. You're not going to have to repay that deductible. Then we have the money map. The money map is where you can, if you need a specific service, say you need some imaging or an MRI, or you want to, find an orthopedic surgeon, something along those lines, you can contact us. You can give us your major medical if you have it, and we will look and see in your area. You give us, I'll travel 30 miles or 50 miles. They will find you all of the options for the service that you need. They will money map it, so they'll tell you how much that service would be, and they'll also let you know when you can get in. So this is a really incredible, really a white glove service that you can use if you're looking to save some money. The care navigation is kind of throughout. It's just threaded throughout our whole program. So there's a phone number if you have questions about medication, or if you want to go to urgent care, or if you need to speak to a telehealth counselor. You will get a care navigator for each of those things that will just guide you into what you need. And then the really exciting part that I think about this program, on top of all the money savings benefits, is our vital signs technology. So this basically This is the soup. This is the thread that holds us all together and makes our program really what it is. So what happens is everybody gets to download the app that I shared. You're going to have easy access to all those benefits I talked about, but you're also going to be able to take your vital signs through your phone or your iPad. And this takes 30 seconds. There are three things that we tell each employee that they must do if they want to sign up for our program. The first is they have to download the app. The second is they have to turn on notifications, again, which is not going to bother them and bug them at all hours of the day. And then the third thing is they just need to take their vitals with a facial scan at least once a week. Now, I'll be honest, some people, especially when they first start, they want to do it a couple times a day just because this app is going to get to know you. So it's going to get to know your baseline. And what it will look at is everything from your heart rate, your blood pressure. It can tell you your hemoglobin, your A1C, your stress level, your respirations, your overall wellness score. It looks at a ton of different things and it gets to know you. And so if your numbers start to trend in a place where we don't think that that's a good, safe place for you to be, or we get a little concerned, then the doctors on the other end of our app will go ahead and notify you. This is all HIPAA protected. So nobody can see these numbers except you and our doctors on the other side. You do have access to all of this information. So if you are, for example, tracking your blood pressure or your heart rate or your A1C, you can show these numbers to your doctor when you go in to visit and show them what you've been trending for the last however long. But nobody else is going to be able to see your numbers. So an example of this, we had an executive utilizing our program for about 3 months. She was doing a facial scan twice a week, and the computer was able to realize that her heart rate and her blood pressure were gradually going up. It was a very gradual but steady incline. Nothing that she was feeling, nothing her doctor would have noticed with a one-time check, right? But because she was doing this monitoring system, we were able to find that and contact her. We recommended that she see her doctor, which she did. They sent her to a cardiologist, and she was able to find a very early stage cardiac issue that she could address really early on. And that was all because of the monitoring system that she had. So I'm really excited about this because I think oftentimes, for multiple reasons, people push off any symptoms that they may have. Again, she wasn't even feeling any symptoms, and we were able to find something for her. But if we can alert somebody of some potential issues, then this is a really good opportunity for people to get help early on, and just impact their health from a very preventive stage. All right. So, how does this work, and how is it not costing anybody anything, right? That's the next question. So we are a self-funded, self-insured program. So when you look at healthcare in general, most of us know of, let's just use Blue Cross as an example. We have money come out of our paycheck and goes to Blue Cross. Blue Cross puts it in a big bucket and they pay out all the claims, right? You could have a self-funded program through your business. So a big company like Costco or Walmart or BJ's, they may have their own insurance. And so instead of paying Blue Cross, you pay them. And then they're going to go ahead and pay all the claims out of that bucket of money. Now, one of the things that we, don't really think about is they also have a team of people that have been hired and are dedicated to creating relationships with doctors and, finding the best prices for things and doing in network versus out of network, all of those things that really, honestly, none of us would ever want to deal with. So we have a self-funded program, but instead of paying Blue Cross or your business owner, you're kind of putting the money in for yourself. And because of that, you were able to put that claim payment back into your check. So I'm going to show you a paycheck and how that works. With that, because we are a Section 125 plan, we're lowering taxable income, and that tax savings is what we use to fund the program and also provide employees with a portable guaranteed issue whole life insurance policy. So not only are they going to get all of these benefits, but they're also going to get a portable guaranteed issue whole life policy through Allstate that costs them nothing. Okay, no net cost. So let me show you how that works. I have a month check here. I know not everybody gets paid monthly, but this is just much easier to see the whole month. So this, for example, in this gray box here, this is a actual paycheck of somebody. They had a weekly gross of $600. Okay. Oh, this is weekly. Let's go to monthly. Sorry. They have a monthly pay of $5,429. So I think this person's making about maybe $65,000 a year, right? What happens is they have money coming out every month for health, voluntary, 401k. So total monthly, they have coming out pre-tax from their check, $249.78. That leaves their taxable income at $5179.28. Then Uncle Sam comes in and takes money as Uncle Sam does. So they're paying federal, state, Social Security, and Medicare taxes, and they're paying $1,378.61 a month in taxes. Okay, that leaves their take-home pay $3,800. Okay, so that's a regular paycheck. What happens when you implement our program? So this person is making, it's the same amount of money they're taking in. They're still paying health, voluntary, and 401k. Now they have this new deduction, a Section 125 deduction that is of $800. So if somebody on their W-4 is a single, then that $800, that's going to be an $800 deduction. If they are married or with family, it's going to be $1,125. Okay, so for this example, it's $800. So what now they've gone from, instead of $249 in pre-tax deductions, they have $1,049 in pre-tax deductions. That is going to lower their taxable income to $4,379.28. They're still going to have their federal, state, Social Security, and Medicare come out, but it's going to be less because their taxable income is less. So what they have saved from that tax savings is $281.99. Okay. Now what we're able to do, like I talked about, is we're able to put that claim payment back into their check post-tax. So it comes out pre-tax $800. It goes back in post-tax as a post-tax claim payment, non-taxable claim payment for $800. That makes the paycheck whole. What we're doing now with that $281 is we are funding our program. So that is $80 a month from the employee to fund the program. It is also $40 from the employer per month per employee. However, the employer is still saving an average of $400 to $500 per employee per year after paying that monthly fee for them. So they are never out of pocket for any cost. In fact, every month they're making some money. And then we have an extra $201 that we're using for that supplemental insurance, which is the portable guaranteed issue whole life policy. Okay, so at the end of the day, the employee is getting all of the benefits we talked about, plus the portable guaranteed issue policy, and it is no net cost because their take-home pay is the same as it was before, $3,867. So that is how this works and how we are able to provide all of these benefits at no net cost to anyone. So it's super exciting. I mean, I love helping small businesses save money. I love helping employees and people get healthier. My experience before I found this program, I was an occupational therapist for 20 years. I have a health and nutrition company as well. So preventive care and helping people be healthier is just right up my alley. And let's be honest, financial stress these days is impacting people's health significantly. So if we can take some of the barriers away for that, let's do it, right? Let's just provide as much as we can for our employees, um, and just offer a holistic type wellness situation. Let's keep the good people in because we have a great benefits package, and let's attract good people with additional benefits that other people don't offer. So I hope that that was helpful and informative. And if it's something that you'd like to talk more about, I would love to share with you. We do have some major medical options as well that are non-traditional, and quite robust. So if that's something that you're searching for and you just can't afford the Blue Cross and Aetna and United, Cigna people of the world, then I'd love to chat with you about that as well. But hopefully you can see how this Vital 110 program could be a really good cost savings for you. All right. Have a great day. Thanks for your time, and hopefully I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.